Hello, everybody. I managed to do the first 15 minutes without actually pressing the go live button like a goon. I am so sorry, folks. I, yeah, yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the start uh, and do it like people can actually see me. I'm so sorry. That was not good. But thank you for mentioning that you couldn't see me in the comments because otherwise I might have kept going for 2 hours. Andrea says hello. How's everyone doing? Not going to win Nano. It's supposed to be like this, but sad anyway. Do I deserve a new fountain pen? Yes. Yes, you do deserve a new fountain pen. You should definitely have a new fountain pen. You weren't aiming to do the whole 50,000. You cracked 20,000. I think fountain pen. And it'll motivate you to do another 30,000, you know? Claude has 1 nano. Yay! Well done. Well done, Claude. Yep. No wonder you're exhausted. You know, that writing that many words is going to take it out of you. Andrew says congrats as well. That's awesome. Where are you? You see, when I saw that, I thought that you meant where I was word count wise, which is, I think now after that last mini sprint that no one else did, I think I've cracked 10,000, but I haven't checked yet. Thank you. Andrea says, was an awesome experience with Nano, my first official, so I'm happy. At some point, thought I'm going to make it, but life and plot came to disagree. Fair. I'm going to obey Neil Gaiman, have a second project to stay active while the first work in progress came to play. Yeah, no, that's sensible. I like having projects that you can switch around on. Cloud says it's my first two, and you won your first nano. Well done. Learned a lot. Like you say, having two projects was a first for me, and I kind of like it a lot. For Nano, the adrenaline for my current project and writing in general was very low. Doing this new novel and pantsing it all the way for 36K in 20 days was refreshing. Yeah, that sounds really, really cool. Andrew says, I like to write short stories. I think that's my better work. That's my better work. So I'm going to let this novel rest a few weeks and start with my short stories. Brilliant. That sounds very cool. Yeah, I figure having a detailed outline is not working for me. Like, I need a simple routine, short first draft, then can do a big 100K book. Oh, have you got a very ambitious project in the works there, Andrea? You should tell us about it. My first year writing, so I'm still learning my own process. Wow, you know, you're doing real well for your first year. Like, going hard at this writing thing. All these sprints are helpful too. Last year I didn't know they existed, and they make all the difference. Like you, simple outline works best for me too. Awesome. That is cool. And this is the point where I realized that nobody else could hear me. I was just talking to myself. Yeah, so yeah, I am fine. I was just yeah, I was stayed up too late last night, and sometimes when I stay up too late, my attention ain't the best at the best of times, and sometimes I miss important things like making sure that the thing in the corner of the screen is orange rather than blue. Cloud says he has to go to work. Have a great day, Andrea. And congrats again. Thanks. Bye. Ah, he left. He left before I came back. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Claude. I'm so sorry. I hope you look at this later. Oh no. Oh no. I was streaming. No, no, Andrea, I was not. I thought I was streaming. I was talking. I could see myself. I could see your comments. I was talking to you, but you were not there. Or rather, I was not there for you. That sucked. Yes. Yeah, I think you gotta laugh at these things. You gotta laugh at these things. Otherwise, you might just cry. So yeah. Sorry about that, folks. That was a very silly mistake. I will endeavor not to make that particular silly mistake again, though I am sure there will be many, many silly mistakes in the future. Don't stay out of my eyes. I'm watching you, hair. Watching you. Okay. So, because I've deprived you of a sprint so far, I think we should crack straight on and get another one. We're just gonna pull up the file, grab a timer. Yeah, I'm okay. That's important. You sent me a comment on Instagram. Yeah, I generally don't look at Instagram while I'm streaming, especially during sprints, trying to get the words done. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for trying to warn me. I appreciate it, and that you said something in the comments here meant that I was able to check and realize that no, in fact, I was not streaming. Well, we're here now, so let's go. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Welcome back, everybody. And how did you do? I did good. I need to check how I did for word count. Let me just have a quick look. Where's my tab that has the dashboard for the nanos? Gonna put in my word count. And I cracked 10,000. Yay! Yay. It's a small one compared to some people's achievements, but I'm proud of it anyway. How did you folks do? We got more people in the chat. Hello, Hayden J. Wrights. Good morning, uwu. Are we uwooing? We're in an uwooing stream now. I don't think I was ready for this. Hayden says, okay, I'm finished getting ready, setting up my goals for writing today in a document. Cool. And we got a Michaela. Hello, Michaela. Have I seen you before? Welcome to the stream anyway. Michaela says, I'm planning to finish my novel today, which is both a good and a bad thing. I don't want to finish it. Oh, sadness. Well, I mean, sounds like a good thing, because if you're so attached to your characters and your world that you don't want it to end, hopefully readers will feel the same way. They say that a reader won't cry unless the writers cried, so maybe it will work that way for you. And hey, you can always write a sequel or a prequel, or something else that's vaguely set in the same world. If you love those characters in that setting that much, hey, it never has to end. Some people make an entire career writing about the world that they've built, like George R. R. Martin or Terry Pratchett, or like there's Robert Jordan, that guy. Yeah. Of course, then sometimes you run out before the world does. You gotta find somebody else to write about it so that we can finish the story for the rest of us. Andrea says 208 words in a short story and a little bit of scheduling. Well done, Andrea. Hayden says, finish my official plan. Now I'm wondering if my December goal is too much. 25k plus the 551k I've already got. 25, you could do that. If you're writing from scratch, if 25k is only half of a nano, you could do that in a month. It depends on how much time you're taking off for the holidays, if you're taking off time for the holidays. But, if you have time off work, that might mean you have more time to write. Yeah. Michaela says, 0 words. I've been trying to figure out my plot twist. Exciting. Do ask questions if you think there's anything that we in the chat can help you with. Sometimes people have been able to find the right word or the right idea by chatting about it on the stream. I'm kind of sad that the thing that I'm writing at the moment is academic writing, so it's not. I'd be very lucky to find anybody who had the specific expertise I needed. B, that would probably technically be plagiarism. Or at least I would have to add you as an author on the paper. That would be messy. But yeah, feel free to ask us about ideas and stuff, and even telling us why we're wrong might tell you what you need us, what you actually need to be right. Hayden says, last week it was we're writers, not terrorists. Now we're an Ubu cult. cults are one of my enduring passions. Get me onto the subject of cults sometime that we're not all trying to do something like really, when we're not doing the last day of Nano and trying to crack out our word count, ask me about cults. Uh, Not necessarily mystery religions. I mean, Dionysus is very cool. But I have always been interested in high demand groups that practice undue influence, that kind of cult. Uh, I'm not interested in running one, especially one that has uwu. So if you want to run an uwu cult, you take it to somebody else's stream, please. Carol says, you can do it. Yeah, encouraging you with the 25K. Andrew says, what's your academic work about? So at the moment, I am writing. So my thesis has 3 chapters. The last one is a reflective chapter on the process of writing the thing. And that's kind of fine. That's mostly talking about my own process. The first 2 chapters, they're usually about the same thing, but because the pandemic happened, I ended up writing about 2 things. The thing that I'm writing about at the moment is called experiential avoidance. It is the nerd fight about the definition of it is kind of what I am writing about, but in short, it's basically the tendency or process of avoiding internal states like thoughts, feelings, physical sensations that you've evaluated as bad. That's the thing. The idea is that could be kind of like a useful bucket into which we could put a lot of psychological problems. Because if you think about it, phobias, what happens? Well, somebody is afraid of something, and to avoid that feeling of being afraid, which is, there's a mess of thoughts and feelings and physical sensations that go with that. They avoid contact with the thing they're afraid of. People who have substance misuse issues very often are trying to numb or escape from some negative internal state. Trauma responses, a lot of that is about trying to avoid memories of a thing, or avoid a repeat of a thing. And your behavior gets quite, complicated around, moving around this thing. And the idea that the people came up with it had was that actually it's not necessarily the internal states that are the problem, but the short term management strategy that we have. If it gets too long term, it becomes a problem and it causes all of these other problems. That's basically what it is. And what I am writing about is the giant nerd fight about whether that is actually one coherent and useful concept. Like, is it the same, when somebody is trying to avoid guilt as opposed to when somebody is trying to avoid pain? Those are actually quite different things and might not correlate as well as the original people who came up with the thing intended, but it's still a useful concept. So, yeah, there's a lot of about what I'm writing, but I think that's just academic writing in general. Hayden says, will do. Yeah, this is about asking me about cults, I imagine. Hello, Better Days. That is such a good name. Morning, everyone. Morning, Better Days. Kayla says, morning, Better Days. Andrew says, yeah, I get it. People have a lot of allergies. They're very unhappy people. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's a way of thinking about it, all right. The idea that you might be kind of allergic to your own feelings that will constrict your life somewhat. Um, yeah, so I'm at the moment writing about other people writing about this concept. The second chapter is a lot simpler in that I am writing about children's sleep problems from a big national survey that is repeated every couple of years. So we get to follow the same parents of kids and see whether sleep problems predict later problems or other problems predict later sleep problems. And the answer is yes, both, but for different children at different times. And most kids who have sleep problems, they are short and they go away by themselves. Yes, it's a very interesting thesis. It has taken me far too long to write. I just want it to be gone and done, you know. Yeah, sometimes you live with ideas for too long and yeah, they start wrecking your head. But yeah, yeah. I think I will find it more interesting again when it is done. Yeah, I've got an awkward bit where I have to kind of what I did with this chapter was I had to go through all of the papers that were discussing this idea, extract the definitions, and try and break them down so that I could explain, okay, well, when people talk about this, 20 years of research, it turns out the definitions have kind of gone. And you've got people who are actually, some of them are talking about it as almost like a personality trait, while some people are talking about it as a behavior. And that's different. And some people are talking about it as only applying to thoughts and feelings. Some people are talking about it as referring to a much broader range of things. So it's like, I have to break all that down into themes and explain, okay, this is the range of definitions that exist. They are not all the same. The measures, the questionnaires that we have to measure this thing don't entirely match onto those definitions either. So while there's definitely a thing here, we might be doing a bit of a blind man and an elephant, where everybody's kind of looking at a different bit of it, and we're kind of all saying it's the same thing, but we're all describing it a little bit differently because we don't actually know how big the thing is and whether all the bits are actually part of the same thing. Somebody over there might actually be feeling a fence post, and we're not sure. And I'm in the end of it going, please, for the love of God, come up with a definition. So yeah, nerd fights. Psychology nerd fights is what I'm doing. Okay, and that overly long explanation of the last 3 years of my life and why my brain is leaking out of my ears aside, y'all have some writing to do. It sounds like Aiden's got 25K that he could be getting a bit of a head start on. I've got some good short stories going. Kayla's got a novel to finish, so I'm going to pull up the timer again. And 3, 2, 1, sprint. Welcome back, everybody. How did y'all do during your sprint? I had to go hunting for a file, and it looks like I don't have the up-to-date version of the file. It's on a laptop that the screen has blown out on. So I'm gonna have to go probably after I'm done here doing sprints with you folks. I will go and set that laptop up so that I can grab the file and put it somewhere I can get it, and that way I will have all the things that I need. But that's it's gonna slow me down slightly that I do not have that. So I've been mostly doing some pen and paper style planning on what I'm going to do with it when I get it. The joys of having to revise from the ground up. How did you all do? How are your word counts coming along? Those of you who are counting words, how are your goals coming along if you're not counting words? I did mention to somebody who was talking to me via another channel, another thing I had to open up, that someone was trying to start an uwu cult in my stream. They're afraid for me. Like, Jack, is your audience gonna eat you? We have got Michaela with a particularly auspicious 333 words. Well done. Good number. I got somebody. Oh, someone new. Are you new? Now, you'll have to tell me. Is that Dia? Rob? Anyway. Hello. It is good to see you. Welcome to the stream today. Are you trying to finish a nano project? There are many people who are. There are some who are not. I have given up on hitting 50,000 words. I think I don't think I'd make a good 50,000 at this stage. Andrea says no words. Trying to get December, January planner. Ah, cool. Yeah. That's good. That is good to see. Gotta be planned and organized. Becca Wilson, welcome to the stream. Hello, I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. Let us know what you're working on. How are you doing? How's it going? And it's Dia. Welcome, Dia. It is good to meet you. It's a very cool name. I like it a lot. Where are you from? So we just came off a 25-minute sprint. Di says I'm having a live stream on to try to get motivated. Yep, that is why we're all here. It's why I do them, to be honest. I'm a bit scatty by nature. My attention is not the greatest. So basically, I do this so that we have these short bursts of doing things that get me motivated to do the thing. And it's been great for my work rate. I'm trying to get a thesis finished. Becca says, I've finished Nano on Sunday. I'm working on a short story when I should be writing a paper for school. Much as I would like to say that I do not endorse skiving off your academics, I would be a hypocrite to do so. What's your short story about? Yeah, like, what are you what's if it's taking you away from the stuff you should be doing, it's gotta be good, right? So, gonna tell us, right? 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 Yeah, I am trying to keep going on the academic bit because, as I mentioned earlier, but possibly before I hit the button that actually made me go live for work, I, I I've been going on this thesis for too long now. 2 years, maybe. 2 years too long. But anyway, have been I've been doing this for too long. I am going to have to face some relatives at Christmas who are going to ask me when it's going to be done, and I would like to have an answer rather than not. That would be nice, so that we can move on to another topic of conversation. Basically, maybe that's not the best reason to want to finish an academic work, but realistically, I want to have everyone stop worrying about me and be able to go back to work. That would be good. Yes, and then I will be able to write short stories and role playing scenarios and all the other things I like to write. Yeah. So even when Nano is over, I will still be here doing these things twice a week. I stream at noon GMT UTC. So I will be here. I may even do extra streams. Who knows? Depends on whether I can figure out how to get OBS to work because StreamYard only gives me so many hours a month. Yeah, but yeah. So that's a thing. If you like this, if this kind of sprinting works for you, please do like and subscribe and hit the bell button so that you can find me again, and we will all work together, and it'll be great. Now, I reckon that it is time for another sprint. I would usually only do one more and finish up sort of just after 2, or the next hour, whatever that is for you. But do let me know in the comments whether you want to keep going. Because, it being the last day of Nano, I might be persuaded to keep going a bit. Becca says, I'm working on a romance that follows 3 relationships over the span of a weekend. Some ending, some beginning, just some fun. Oh, that sounds really cool. I really I like it when you got overlapping character arcs. That sounds really, really cool. I've never really been able to get my head around writing romance specifically myself, but I think there's a particular art to the genre that I just don't have, but I reckon I really respect anybody who can do it. So I am going to pull up a timer. I'm gonna put a banner up, and we're gonna go sprint again in 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, welcome back, everyone. I feel like I actually got some decent progress. Not so much in terms of word count, but in terms of figuring out how I'm going to structure the next bit. I realized that I definitely need to get my hands on that file I was talking about from my old computer before I do what I want to do next. But I have figured out new headings for the next section that I can organize things under, and that will hopefully make everything make a little bit more sense. How are you folks? How are things in your worlds and in your writing? Um, Towards the end there, I got I because I figured, I'm gonna need the file before I do anything else. I managed to get a little bit of Etsy packing done. This is somebody's badge, and I took a couple of photos of things before they went out. Show you what I'm a little bit proud of. It's gonna block out the name here because it is somebody's name, but it's a Christmas ornament. And it's Christmas, those personalized Christmas ornaments with names on. This is for, it's a gift for a trans kid who's changed his name, and so the old ornament doesn't work anymore. So I always like it when I get to be part of a nice story like that. Ginny's in the chat. Ginny says hello. Hello, Ginny. I am unraveled and worn through thread paper, and you'll probably realize why, because you saw me still going at a silly o'clock last night. And Dia says, had to take a phone call, got nothing done. Well, you did. You answered a phone call. Sometimes urgent things happen. This what you gotta do is what you gotta do. Let's see. Michaela says 521. I'm so close to finishing this chapter. Oh, yeah. 2 more and the book will be done. Oh, well done, Michaela. That is so good. Yeah, you will get that. 2 chapters. Yeah, you can crack that out today. You can do it. Emma Decker says, hello, got 630, trying to get as much as I can before the first, even though I'm way behind. Yeah, feel it. I feel that one, Emma. I'm not gonna make 50,000, but if it's motivated you, if it's helped you, if it's got you somewhere in your writing that you wouldn't have been otherwise, it was worth doing. That's what I think, anyway. Yeah, so we have reached the end of our sprints for the day. I was thinking about carrying on, but I don't think I'm actually going to be able to continue what I'm doing right now without without going and retrieving that file so I can work on that. I think I'm going to actually need it, which is annoying because it would be really nice to stay here with you, and y'all are doing some really interesting, cool stuff I want to hear. But I really need to eat, and I really need to get that file, and there will be other sprinters. If you are unfamiliar, Devon Cutting, in the little description box below, there's a link to more people sprinting. There is a whole playlist. Devon makes one every day, nano or not. Makes a list of sprinters every day. So there will be somebody to take the baton from me, and you can all go and raid the next sprint. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna hop in to YouTube. Just gonna drop across and go to No, that's my stream. I don't want to see that. Byron, that guy's a derp. Devon. There we go. So I'm going to drop across to him. I'm going to grab the playlist for today, which is the 30th. And let's see who's starting. 100. Okay. This person, this person's already live. There's only 3 people in there. And it looks like they haven't been going for long. It looks like they're on their first sprint. So this is Natalie Bird. And I suggest that you all go over to Natalie's stream, do a little raid, tell her I sent you. But before you do that, hit the like, subscribe, the bell. I do this. I do this Tuesday and Thursday. Writing is not just for Nano. Writing is for life. So I will be back in 2 days doing this again at 12 o'clock UTC. So if anybody wants to come and do extra time Nano with me, I will be right here waiting for you. All right. I've been Jack Byron. This has been a bit of a scatty stream, but it looks like ye all did really well. So congratulations to anyone who has made their goals this month. Congratulations to anyone who has attempted their goals this month. Because making art, making writing is important, whether you get the little thing that goes yay on the website or not. That's the important thing. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.